Under the Bridge deals with a lot of intense situations like racial bullying and police discrimination. Looking back, now that you're coming off this series of historic wins with Killers of the Flower Moon, can you talk to me about what drew you to this project and specifically to your character, Cam?
Yeah, I mean, first thing that drew me to it was knowing that Riley was involved both as an actress and as a producer, because I knew that me walking into another true crime story, I knew it was going to be handled with a depth and a compassion that is necessary if I'm going to do that, especially again, so close to having done Killers of the Flower Moon. I think both make the heart of their story a compassionate portrait of the people that were harmed the most by it. And what I loved about this, because Cam is not the only Indigenous cop on TV right now, the only female Indigenous cop on TV right now. I loved that she afforded me the opportunity, just knowing what I know about the history of Canada and Indigenous people and adoption and the epidemic, the systemic government-driven epidemic that's known as like the 60s scoop in Canada. It's parallels in the United States as well. I had a feeling that, and was confirmed in meeting with Quinn and Samir, that Cam would be an opportunity to have a tight little arc in one character that can be very self-reflective and be that conversation, that sort of self-indictment of law enforcement, of is it serving the people or is it upholding these systems that marginalize some and penalize some where it grants forgiveness to others. And I thought that was a fascinating arc to tackle. And doing a piece like this, it was so important that it be built around compassion and that it's, deconstruct the way I feel like Killers of the Flower Moon really did. The nature that true crime, it preys or doesn't prey, but it's benefits on the sensationalism around like the suspense of who did it. It's more about who was it done to and how do we prevent that? How do we protect our most vulnerable and our most marginalized in society from being so vulnerable to crimes like this? How do we hold ourselves accountable in the institutions that we participate in to enabling that to happen? So I saw a real opportunity to do that in a very human, reachable way that can walk through it with the audience.